All right, today we're going to talk about multiplying a two-digit number by another two-digit number, and this time we're going to use something called an area model. So let's start here first. I've got my number 24. I'm going to expand this number into 20 plus 4. Which means I'm going to take that 20, put them above here, and the 4 right here. Just like my expanding over here, we can now see that I'm expanding across my area model right here. Same thing with 36. I'm going to expand the number 36. So this becomes 30 plus 6. Just like before, I'm going to take that expanded number, but this time I'm going to move it to this side of my box. So we're going to go 30 and 6. Now, as we travel through, we could take that 30 and also put it on this side, adding our plus or addition sign right there. We could also take our 20 and be able to just move this up here. Add our 4 at the bottom. This will make it easier for us to see what we're doing. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to create a little blocker here. We're going to look at the top of our box. We're going to look at what are we seeing across the top. And what I see is I'm going to bring down my 20. I'm going to bring over my 30. And I'm going to multiply these two numbers to get my first partial product. Now, if I take my zeros and add them back on, I'm going to do 3 times 2, which is 6. My first partial product is 600. Once again, I'm going to bring my 4 and my 30. So notice here I've got 4. That comes from up here. And I'm going to bring this 30, since he's the bigger number, I'm going to put him on top. And I'm going to do a 30 times 4. Once again, drop off my 0. 4 times 3 is 12. 120, because 30 times 4 is 120. And now I have my second partial product. I'm going to bring these partial products over here and get ready to start adding them up. Now, if I come here, I'm going to block this for a second. I'm going to come down to the bottom. Just like I did before, I'm going to take my larger number, which is 20, and I'm going to multiply it now by this 6 that we find right here. That 6 comes from expanding 36. So we know if we expand 36, I took my 20 and my 6, and now I'm going to find a product of 120. Just like before, 20 times 6 is 120. Or in this case, I took the 0 off, put it back at the bottom, and 6 times 2 is 12. So now what I'm looking at here is the ability to get my third partial product. And to do that, I'm also now going to take that 120, bring them over here. Lastly, but surely not leastly, I'm going to take what's left. And what is left is my 4. You can see it here or there. And my 6, which is left over as well. I'm going to take the larger of the two numbers, and I'm going to multiply 6 times 4, which if I know that's the case, I'm going to get the partial product of 24. Now, if I take this away, we're going to notice what we did here. We did our top row to find out what our partial products are up top. And then we also did our bottom row to find our partial products at the bottom. Forgot that last 24. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these partial products, this 600, this 120, this 120, and this 24, and I'm going to add them all up So that way I can find out what my final product is. Now, as I add this up, I'm going to get 4 in the ones place. I'm going to have 2, 4, 6 in the tens place. 6, 7, 8. 864 is my total product, meaning my final answer for a multiplication equation. That means, if we're looking back at where we started, we're saying that 24 times 36 is ultimately going to equal the total product of 864.